Oh boy, I left the best one till last. This is a 4-minute video. Now, of course, it is a budget Dark Magician deck, so like we have to take it with a grain of salt to some degree. But man, is it fun to crap on budget decks? Because sometimes they just like it's just not even worth building. And we all know DM is an expensive deck. This is a $21.17 deck, apparently. Now, I don't believe that for a start, but anyway. Let's go.
First card, of course, is 3 Dark Magician, which is what I'll...
Damn. We're starting with 3, but I mean, it makes sense in a budget deck. It takes up 3 slots and costs 10 cents.
A lot of the cards need to work. 2 Magician of Dark Illusion, special summon during opponent's turn by activating a spell or trap, and can special a Dark Magician from grave by activating another spell or trap.
Yeah, see how bad those effects are? It's like, summons itself when you use a spell trap on the opponent's turn. Then if you use another spell trap, you can summon a Dark Magician from your grave. It's like, huh? So I need to use a spell trap to summon it, and then a spell trap to get another DM if there's a DM in my grave. It's like so much. Like the first effect doesn't tie into the second effect, and vice versa. It's like just try to make them work together, Konami. Also, this card should never be played at anything more than 1, if it gets played at all. But once again, budget deck.
3 Apprentice Illusion Magician.
This is actually a good card in a budget build, I'm gonna say.
Discards a card to special it, and can search Dark Magician when summoned. Can also boost the spellcaster's attack by sending itself to grave. 3 Dark Magician Girl.
Okay, this is wank. Like, 3 Apprentice, I can be like, it does something. It actually does something on summon. I'll give him that. Put 3 in a budget deck, that's great. 3 DMG is like, what does it do? What does it enable? Nothing. When you have to play engine requirement cards, you have to be thinking like, what cards do these enable? Is there a Dark Magical Fusion this enables? Does this enable Soul Servant? Does this enable, other cards to be better? It's the whole Gamma and Driver argument. Does this enable my, Gammas to be live? Driver does. What does DMG enable? Nothing.
Gains attack based on Dark Magician of Grave and is used for some other cards.
Is used for some other cards. It really isn't. Let's be real. It really is not. You would never run more than 1 DMG, let alone 3. It's a 1 or a none, baby. 3 rod at least, let's go.
3 Magician's Rod, when normal...
Oh yeah, it's waifu, that's why. People are so stupid at that shit. Blinded by, like, dumb crap like that, like, just, I don't know, touch grass.
Summoned, can get a Dark Magician spell or trap. 2 Magician's Robe.
2 Robe! Another one of those you'd only ever play 1, but it's a 4-cent, 17-cent card. So, he's going to fill the cheap profile with them. But yeah, we are at 6 vanillas, as Royal Games has pointed out. So, we should do some test hands.
Robe can special Dark Magician from deck by discarding a spell or trap during opponent's turn.
Oh yeah, Robe is a 0.
3 Dimension...
What? 3 dimension? How many normal summons have we got? This card is valued at 7 cents on the market price. I think that says all you need to know about this stupid card. This is a common short printed card, and no one gives a shit. This card is so bad. So bad. And it could go into Linkuriboh, so this card should probably be banned then, like Linkuriboh, right? Oh, that's a terrible joke, because the current ban list banned Linkuriboh. Yep. Thanks, Konami. Great ban. Yeah, you should probably play 0 of this card, but here it is at 3.
Conjurer, when summoned, can add Magical Dimension from deck or grave. 3.
Hey, this is actually good. This is one of the better cards in the deck. 3 Knowledge. But once again, in a build like this, you're gonna send your Robe and draw 2, and you're gonna draw into like 2 bricks, right?
The Spellbook of Knowledge sends a spellcaster you control to grave to draw 2. 2 Pot of Duality to pick a...
2 Pot of Duality. You know what? Budget build's not that bad. Not that bad. Luquin thinks the Linkuriboh ban made sense. I do not agree. I think it's a classic Konami banning everything around the problem rather than the problem itself. But and yeah, a lot of the unbans, I hate all the unbans. Pretty much all the unbans I also hate. Banning Floodgate cards and generic negates to limit bring off the ban list some floodgate cards. Like, I think that's stupid. That's pretty dumb.
Card from top 3 of the deck, but you can't special summon that turn. This deck requires some setup, so generally you're okay with that.
Sometimes.
3 Dark Magical Circle. When activated, can add a Dark Magician or spell or trap that mentions it from top 3 of deck,
It's to be expected.
and can banish a card when Dark Magician is summoned. 1 Dark Magic attack can destroy opponent's spells and traps.
Yo, a good ratio on a card at least. You know, in the side normally. But hey, I'll take 1 in the main in this profile.
If you control Dark Magician, 1,000.
Okay, alright. Alright, I know it's an anime staple, but my god, is this card bad.
The Knives destroys a monster if you control Dark Magician. 1 Dark Magic Expanded can...
This card, I'm slowly coming around on. It's still pretty shockingly bad, but this card does have the potential to be better in the future. It does have the potential to be better in the future. Holy moly, Joby Jacobs is in the chat. Joby, this is probably one of your favorite builds right here. This is probably made by you, for you.
Increase attack or protect from card effects, depending on how many Dark Magicians are on field or grave. 1 Illusion Magic.
Hey, look, if you're gonna play Illusion, it is a 1, let's be real. You probably don't need it, but hey, Magician Souls exist now. Which probably won't be in the profile, right? Because it's too expensive.
Tribute a Spellcaster to add 2 Dark Magicians. 1 Dark Burning Magic.
Yo! Okay, do we have Bonds package? Do we have Bonds package? There's no way that Dodo's here, and Joby and Dodo nearly said the same thing. Bro, I low-key love Expanded. Wouldn't use it, but it has potential. Joby. Expanded is underrated. Yo. Dodo and Joby? Is there something you want to tell us?
Can destroy all opponent's cards if you control Dark Magician and
okay,
Dark
so we
Magician
have that
Girl.
Bonds here too.
1 Magical Dimension can tribute a monster.
Not sure why you wouldn't put Bonds and Dark Burning together, but let's keep going. Yeah, where's Duelist at? Our Mural's here too? God damn. We nearly got the whole squad. Godsmith was here earlier. We nearly got the whole squad. Magical Dimension at 1.
Sure, if you control a spellcaster to special a spellcaster from hand, then you can destroy a monster.
Damn, Joby never understood why DM players never use Successor Soul. It's unsearchable and it's garbage. Duel Links makes it playable because it becomes searchable through summoning vanillas, and you can also summon vanillas through the Battle Chronicle skill. But I think everyone knows why Soul Successor has failed as a card. Because it's bad. It's very bad. It requires you to tribute one of your cards, target one of your opponents, and they can play around that targeting quite easily. And if they do remove the card you targeted, you do not get the summon. Soul Successor is actually garbage. Thanks for coming to the TED Talk. 2 Salvation, pretty bad. You definitely don't need more than 1, but whatever.
2 Magician Salvation. Main effect is to set an Eternal Soul when activated. 2 Eternal Soul can...
Hey, pretty good ratios. If you swap this for like, you know, just keep the 2 Eternal Soul, just 1 Salvation, pretty good.
Special a Dark Magician from hand or grave, or add a Dark Magic attack or 1,000 Knives from deck. All your monsters are destroyed if this leaves the field, which is unfortunate.
Anyone who's playing Duel Links right now, Soul Successor is seeing a lot of play, but it is because a skill lets you normal summon DM and Blue Eyes and then add the Soul Successor from your deck to your hand. That is the only reason, okay? That is the only reason anyone is talking about Soul Successor, full stop. And speaking of which, we'll probably play some Duel Links when I come back from lunch on stream. Because, man, people are complaining about the Battle Chronicle skill, and it's kind of amazing. Everyone's sooking, so I gotta get on there and get King of Games with it. 2 Navi. 2 Navi. Not that bad. Probably get away with 1, but you know, not that bad in this profile.
2 Magician Navigation. Specials Dark Magician from hand, and then a level 7 or lower Dark Spellcaster from deck.
1 combination, which is probably the ratio you would play this at. You'd only ever play 1 or none, so you know what? Not bad.
1 Magician's Combination can negate a card by tributing a Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, and special summons the other from hand or grave. And for the extra deck, 3 Ebon
Yuck. We probably could have, you know, foreseen this coming. But you know what? This deck does have 3 Dark Magicians, so you could argue that this card will see play in this deck. However, there is no way to rank 7 on turn 1, and no Magician Souls in this deck, so there's actually no way to do this turn 1 at all. Yeah, it's definitely not necessary at 3, but obviously budget profile, and it's a 31-cent card, and it's on theme for the deck, so he's going to put it in here. But surprisingly, I think this list is actually not that bad. Compared to the lists we roast, And when you keep in, your mind that this is a budget deck, not that bad. Definitely could be improved, but it's not that bad.
Illusion Magician can special a normal monster from deck.
I just like to point out that Ref and Insight are very cheap cards. You could play Ref, Insight, Red Eyes, and one copy of Dragoon. Obviously, that would put the price up a lot, but that would make the deck, like, the viability of the deck just goes, whew.
And can banish opponent's card when a normal monster...
Joby, Runic can be abused by Ebon High Magician. Ebon High activates spells from the hand. You know what else activates spells from the hand, Joby? The Runic Fill spell. I think they're going to play that over a rank 7, buddy.
Normal spellcaster attacks. To
That's funny.
Ebon High...
Speak of the devil, here he is.
Magician can activate a spell trap from hand during opponent's turn, and when destroyed can special a dark spellcaster from hand or deck. 2 Norito, the Moral Leader, negates a spell trap by detect.
This is actually a really nice card to put in there. This is actually not bad. The fact match you never thought of Ebon High sad. Man, Joby, there are some things you should cook and just keep them in your head and not say them out loud. Or at least say them out loud with the intention to be like, hey guys, how silly was I? I actually thought about this for like 5 minutes. I don't even think Ebon High has a place anywhere, to be honest. That card is garbo.
Attaching a material. 1 Volo Fernigis. Destroys a face-up card. 2 Constellar Ptolemy M7. Returns a monster to hand. 1...
He's still going. Joby, you gotta be joking me, bro. Be real with me, Joby. Be real with me for a sec. You follow my content because you love me. It's true, right? Deep down, you love the boys. Because, like, you've gotta. Because you keep coming back for more. You just love the toxic relationship, I think he's got to just be starting arguments for the sake of starting arguments, because, like, Runic Fountain is a pretty good card that Runic players tend to enjoy. But, in my Runic deck, I make a rank 7. How would you go about making that? I'd love to see the list that facilitates a rank 7.
Gauntlet Launcher. Destroys opponent's...
Wait, what is this card? This has been on screen for so long. I don't know what it does. It's Ebon High. Brother, you are Ebon High. 2 level 6s. Detach a material. Target a card your opponent controls. Destroy it. It's like really weird. I didn't even know this was a thing. But I mean, you can make it. You play a lot of Apprentice. Pretty interesting. Yeah, this is like surprisingly okay.
Monsters. And some Link monsters and 1 Nightmare Cerberus.
Yeah, that's good.
Can destroy special
Always
summon monsters in the main monster zone. 1 Nightmare Phoenix to destroy spells and traps. 1 Nightmare Unicorn shuffles a card into deck. 1 Nightmare Griffin can get a spell or trap from grave to field. That's the deck at $21.
That's the deck at $21, fellas. Wild. Now, I don't think we could cook with this. He also put Dark Burning Magic but no bonds. That's very depresso. You just have to normal the DMG. Depression. That's wild. That's wild. Well, what do you think of this profile? It doesn't have a DM fusion in it or secrets, which that's kind of wild. Secrets is like a no money card. Maybe all the fusions are worth something though, so he took them out. But there you go. There you go. GG's, everybody. This is the ultimate DM profile. This is still better than any profile Joby or Julifer has come up with, let's be real. This profile slaps. This profile could probably get, like, 400th at a 500 person event. It's actually kind of busted. Alright, well let me know in the comments what you think of this bad boy. I'm giving it a solid 3 out of 10. I think it deserves maybe a 3.5. It's a solid effort for a budget deck, but there's a lot of things that could be done to make it better. improving some of the ratios, cutting some of the bad cards. Like Effect Veiler would fit in here really nicely and be a really cheap card. Then give this deck some off-turn interaction. You could probably easily put in some generic back row. I don't really think... You know what, the ratios are not bad on the traps, I'll say that. I'll say that as a positive. But, yeah. Definitely too many DMGs. And definitely an extra deck that's pretty much entirely useless. There's nothing in there that's going to do a thing. Probably Nightmare Phoenix is the best thing in there. Let's be real. And yes, as I said, you could get 3 copies of Red Eyes Fusion and Insight for pretty cheap. Pretty sure it'd be pretty cheap. And 1 Dragoon, which would be the most expensive card in your deck, and the deck would be infinitely better. Oh, I guess you need a Meteor Dragon or a Wyvern or something to send with Insight as well. But Unicorn is a good card here too, but yeah, you're never going to get to it because there's no... Remember, there's no Magician Souls in this deck, so... Yep. Anyway. Insight is expensive. Oh, it did just spike. Okay. Insight just spiked. It's like $8 now, but I'm just going to say before whatever hyped it up, it was like a 30-cent card. I'm just going to put that out there. But anyway. GG's to the gamers. See, people saying table 500. I reckon this one could get to table 400. That's kind of good. You could play Allura, example of another draw spell instead of maxing out on knowledge, because obviously knowledge is once per turn. You could do like, you know, two Allura, 2 knowledge would be a much better ratio. And that would also mean you get to cut on something else like the third DMG. What hyped up Insights? I believe it was the deck, the Subterra deck that won or did well at OICS. I'm pretty sure. Or just random, I don't know, random buyout. No idea. It is Pot of Duality, yes. Budget deck. Let's see what the comments are. Winwich Packet and Crystal Wings, very good for budget. I don't think it's quite budget unless it's gotten real cheaper. You do a lot more old school decks. Can confirm this deck is an impressive deck build that will make people scared and astonished. What? Also, if you're using build, swap out 2 cards with 2 dragons to use Secrets of Dark Magic. Or Eye of Timaeus, then you'll be making high-powered branded Despia players baffled and amazed. Who is this person, and what world do they live in? No one's gonna have that reaction to this deck, my guy. Thank you. I finally budget my fish can build. This is the average YouTube comment, like intelligence level. Thank you. I finally budget my fish can build. It's just thumbs up and a smiley face, because what do you say to that? No Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, no response, and then just nice. Thanks. Please, Destiny Heroes. Alright. Interesting comments. Interesting comments section. These comments do be sentences. AI has gone too far. That's the thing. AI writes better sentences than this. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. I don't know, man. These comment sections hurt. My god. Dodo said we should make a tourney using only bad DM profiles. That's an awesome idea. We should do like a spin the wheel and you get that deck. And it'll be shit like this. Shit from the roasting series. Yeah, you waste like a good $15. You buy this deck. English peak. English. Like, sometimes we say things, like, incorrectly on purpose. Like, we're like, oh, we do be doing this. We say something like, any, you know, Dark Magician enjoyers. You know, we use, like, incorrect English for humor. Or for meme value. But this is just, like, straight up unga bunga caveman talk, you know? It's truly wild. Truly wild. You guys have a wonderful day. It is Sunday right now for me, but I don't know if it's a different day for you guys. But enjoy your day, and I'll catch you guys after with some fatty dueling streaming. Laters.